Hey everybody, got a couple announcements I want to share with you about what we're doing now. As you know, we've been worshiping here in our space for 5 weeks now. Last Sunday was our first live streaming worship, and like a lot of things we're doing now, there's some hitches as we kind of do this and make it up as we go along in a lot of ways, because we're going in untreaded territory. But the first thing I want to say to you is about taking communion. We got bread and wine that we will be serving to everybody. It's not just bread only. This is the container right here. It'll be turned what you think is upside down when you get it, because the top, the bread is there. You peel it back just like you're opening a container, and the bread is in there. You take the bread off. You will eat the bread like this. Then you flip it. And you open this up, and there's the wine, and that's the way we'll take it. Now, what I want to remind everybody is that we've got trying to keep our protocol straight here with 6 feet between each other. What I want to ask you to do, we'll have it on a tray. You'll take this container off the tray, and we're asking you to walk outside the sacristy door, go into the yard. It's a space where you have a little distance between you and somebody else. And I know this is not perfect, but what we're doing is not a perfect world right now. But take it in a place where you can feel a little bit of reverential solitude in as much as you can, and participate in the Eucharist there. Don't try to do it at the tray. Don't try to do it right as you walk out the door. Get some separation between you and the building to take this. And I know this is all it can be difficult to do, and it is not our rhythm, and I appreciate that, I understand that, and I hope you can too. But we're trying to do this as safely as we can so that we don't endanger anybody, but also as reverently, and it's a balance, and we're doing it the best we can. So you open it, take the bread out, put it in your mouth, and then you flip it and you take the wine. But do it as you go outside, and I'll explain this on Sunday for those who will be with us. That's the first thing. The second thing is the service will be at 10 o'clock and 8 o'clock, 2 services. We're not going to go back to 10:30 during this COVID time. And just to give a little background on that, the clergy needs to be able to be out there with everybody to greet when you come. We want to be a welcoming atmosphere and bring you in a hospitable and a welcoming way. We're also doing a lectionary class, and we're doing that afterwards. Formerly we had done Sunday school between the 2 services, but there's simply not enough time for us to do that and still be present to everybody as you come into the premises for worship. So for the time being, until we get where we can open things back up and have a little more less social distance and less worry about the COVID, we're going to stay at 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. For those that want to be a part of our Christian formation, the lectionary class will be at 11:15. If you want more information about that, we can give it to you. It's a Zoom link. So that's the second thing. The third thing is, if you are watching the services streaming online, you do not need a reservation. We've had some requests about that, and I really appreciate people thinking ahead like that and wanting to make reservations. But the only reservations we're asking you to make is for a live service when you come to be a part of the service. And I appreciate folks who've done that. A lot of folks have dropped in, and that works. But it is helpful to us to know who's coming, just so we can be aware of the space we need to use. And also, if something were to go wrong, and we're doing everything we can to make sure it doesn't, we'll be able to do the contact tracing to know who is here, to let people know. But again, I am so grateful that you're coming to worship. I'm grateful that you're watching the worship, and I want people to do what they're comfortable doing. If you do not feel comfortable in-person worship, please know we're going to continue to do the live streaming forever. That'll be an option, so that if something's wrong, if you get sick, when things, we get back to normal worship, but you still want to worship with us, it'll be available. So please know that you can do that. If you feel comfortable getting out, I want you to feel comfortable coming here. Like I said before, if you're doing anything outside your home, I want this to be as safe as any place else you would go. And as I've said before, and I think it's important to say this again, we found ourselves in our culture right now of either total shutdown or wide open. we're not in a place where we can do that right now in our country and still be safe. What we're trying to do right now here in our worship is that middle way. And for those who know our Anglican traditions, we're always walking down the middle of the road, trying to be balancing things with the extremes on either end. So this is a way in which we can model loving behavior, responsible behavior, and I think incarnational gospel behavior. How do we love each other but take care of each other? And that's what we're trying to do. So if we're worshiping here together and we're minding our protocols, we're going to be safe. And that's how I think we're going to survive and thrive in the days to come out in the world. So what we're doing here in our worship is what we're called to do outside. And I think that's a good and a holy thing. So thanks again for your trust in us. Thank you for your love of this community. And blessings to you, whether you worship in person or worship online. We are doing our best to be the church and be the body of Christ here in this place. And I'm grateful for all of you that have walked with us in this sometimes very difficult journey. But the beauty of it is we're walking together. And that is a holy thing. So blessings, grace, and peace. Take care of each other. Be well. And I hope to see you either here on Sunday or see your names popping up on our online worship. You're all a blessing to me. I miss you. Bye.